Hey there, friendlies, how's up? This week, Amrut Single Malt from India. I know. What? Indian single malt? Are you kidding, guys? I've seen single malt from Italy. I've seen single malt from Australia. It's a whole different whiskey world than it was in our grandparents' time, you know. It's a more exciting time. So, way more flavors and companies and choices out there than there used to be. It's a good time to be alive. So, Amrut. What do we know about it? I'm just going to take this whole damn thing off. Come on, fool. It's not giving up without a fight. I put the knife away too quickly. So, what do we got here? So this is an Indian single malt. Amrut's been around since, I don't know, 1948. Man, I hope I'm right about that. If I'm not, it'll be on the screen somewhere. If I am, I'm golden. Yeah, I did put the knife away too quickly. It's a little sealed for your freshness thing. I think that's actually a certificate of authenticity across the top there. You probably didn't see that, but what else? It's getting pretty cold out here, guys. It's not that bad today, but a couple of days ago it was really cold. I think it's even above 0 today. So, where is Amrut based? Oh, that's a... Does it say anything about, like, tasting notes or anything? No. Interesting. I'm looking forward to this, guys. Oh, interesting. Yeah, very interesting. Very, very, very interesting. There's definitely a spice there. It's not like a peated single malt though. So there's no real smokiness happening. Spice. Not like a rye spice. There's no licorice happening, I don't think. But there's also like there's a real fruitiness. I don't know what it is, but oh. Like it's not quite a citrus. It's not quite a berry. What is it? But there's a real juiciness thing happening. It's not like a full-on juice bomb, but oh, it's got like it tastes. It doesn't even taste it. It smells. I don't know what that is. I'm looking for a nuttiness. I'm looking for like a scotchy thing, and it's not there. It's not even remotely what I'm used to. There's an exciting thing happening here in my nose, guys. Like, this is why open your mouth when you're nosing. You can nose with your mouth closed the first time, just to sort of get a feeling for what's coming. But then open your mouth, because there's so much more happening when you're taking in that much more air, and your sinuses sort of fill up with. Yeah, I'm definitely better on this side. I wonder if that's because I'm right-handed. Like, I would love to know how many people smell better or nose better on the side that they're dominant. Apricot. It's apricot. There is a little citrus thing happening under that. Now that I've recognized the apricot and I'm not concentrating on it, there's a little citrus behind it. There's, yeah, it's like a big juicy apricot thing happening. I love the color of it too. We're going to talk about that later. Apricot. And underneath, like there is a barley, and there's a cereals. No, that's not the English word. Grain happening. it doesn't seem like as intensely complex a nose as, say, remember the Leipzig last time, but it's so different. I can't wait to... You know what we're gonna do now, right? Wow. Like 3 things happened at once here, guys. There was like a... the apricot's still there, but now there's an apple thing. Again, it's like a green apple, like not a red delicious or something with no life to it, but like a sort of a big sort of a Granny Smith or a Macintosh Punch. There's a... oh, now there's like a honey thing happening. And at the back, almost like a coffee taste, but but what I meant to say was light. I'm gonna start that again. There's a coffee taste happening, but it's a light one. It's sort of way in the back. There's that fruitiness is still really, really present. There's a malty thing happening for sure. I kind of feel every time I say or even hear the word malty, I hear it in Ralphie's voice. Hello, malty. Yeah, there's definitely a malt thing happening. There's a little barley magic there, okay? But it's such a fruity, alive, vivacious. There's a spicy, is that like a cardamom thing? Oh, it's like that coffee thing is still there in the back. I'm just looking down into I like the color. It's got a nice mouthfeel to it. I'm nosing it again to see if anything has changed. No, it's the same. Except that now there's a touch of that the cardamom spice showing up. So good, so good. One more little. Little hint of pepper. Not like a big peppery thing, but a little hint. I'm picking up plum as well. Like, it's hitting late, but I'm picking up plum. Not as big as the apricot, but it's definitely there. Let's add some water. You know, it's funny, as it finishes, I'm still getting like the apricot, but there's like that green apple is more forward now. Not so much the plum anymore. There's definitely that spice still there. I'm trying not to drop too big a gloop in there because I don't want to over water, you know, what's now like a half a dram. So the thing about Amrut is the malt is grown in India, like the foot of the Himalayas apparently. I don't know enough about the geography in that area to know if that's just marketing faffle or if they actually have a barley field at the foot of the mountains. I think it's on the west side of India or something. They are based, the distillery is in, it's not Mumbai, Bangalore. They use American oak, ex-bourbon barrels. I think, if I got that wrong, it'll be down there. I realized that I haven't been giving the barrel notes in the episodes up till now. Okay. So yeah, Amrut was started in 1948. They're based in Bangalore. The barley comes from India. Okay, so it definitely tastes a little more coffee-esque with the water. I don't know if I'm mistaking some kind of spice for the coffee there, but here's the magic to whiskey tasting. If it's in your head, you're not wrong, right? Because taste is so subjective. The fruitiness is not gone, but it's definitely not as present. I don't have a very good feeling about this, guys. Okay, this spice is now way more forward. It's peppery, it's spicy, it's you know, it's a lot more aggressive. There's still the burnt coffee thing happening at the very back though. But like the fruitiness is almost completely gone. It's no longer as interesting a taste at all. Much simpler, much more basic spice with a touch of the coffee at the back, and that's about it. Maybe like there's a nuttiness happening there, but like the honey's gone. It's still there a little bit on the nose. There's still a bit of sweetness on the nose. I thought it like maybe a caramelly thing, but no, it's definitely more of a honey sweetness on the nose. Yeah, it's still there. It's sort of, what's happening is spice, 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 coffee, 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 honey in the middle, drawing it together. So it's not as interesting a taste, but it still works. It's, yeah. Good old water, eh? Because what's happening is that I'll talk about adding water in a future episode. I'll do a deep dive on it, but yeah, I don't know why people do that. It's not improving the whiskey at all. Like, I know it opens it up and all that stuff, but what it does is it opens up only certain facets of the flavors. And when you've got something as complex as this Amrut, why do you only want to bring out certain facets of the flavors? It doesn't make sense to me. Because again, this dram is not as good as it used to be. So there's nothing to do but to finish it, put down the glass, and say, that's all she wrote. Thanks for hanging out with me on this review of the Amrut. I think it's a very good whiskey. I have so far been very lucky with my whiskey purchases up until now. I don't know how I'm going to deal with it when I buy one that ends up being a dud. Before I go though, I do want to discuss my check boxes. How many does this check off? Okay, what we got here is, it's a single malt. It's non-chill filtered, if I'm correct. Yes, we do not chill filter, and comes in its natural color. Some haze may therefore be noticed in the product. I like the haze. To me, that's not a problem. So what do we got? Single malt, non-chill filtered, no caramel, coloring 46%. The only thing we're missing here is an age statement. It's another 8 on 10. So good. So I guess there's nothing left to do but say that's all she wrote. Thanks for hanging out with me as I did this whiskey review of the Amrut Single Malt. If you like what I'm doing, then please drop me a note down below to tell me about your favorite whiskey or your favorite whiskey anecdotes. Share the video, please, please, please. I'm trying to get my numbers up. And leave me a smiley thumb. If you don't like what I'm doing, that's all right. Leave me a frowny thumb. Thanks for watching, guys.